Star Trek has touched so many people in the 50 years that it's been on the screens. And that includes the television screen, the computer screen, the movie screen. 50 years of Star Trek this year, and it's like history is unfolding. But for me, it was always Star Trek Voyager. And I didn't discover Voyager until a time in my life when I had very few friends that were actually good for me. Possibly because I have autism and I didn't know how to make friends. But the friends that I chose were not good friends, and I needed someone in my life who was stable, as it were. And one morning on BBC, I was flipping through the channels and I saw Voyager, and I fell in love. I fell in love with the doctor who learns about how to be human and how to learn his social skills and how to learn to be part of that crew. He learns what it means to be human on that show. And while that may seem like I'm making some sort of commentary that people with autism are not human, that's not the case. It's just that when you have autism, you have to struggle like mad to make yourself be able to be social. It's very hard to be a social person. And that show gave me the hope I needed to change and to become someone different. I didn't discover Voyager until I was like 20 years old, and that was long after Voyager had gone off the air. And when I saw the doctor and his awkward social skills and not really knowing how to interact with the crew, I was committed to watch him grow and be a bigger person. To me, it feels like this show could be a beacon of hope for people like me or anyone on the spectrum, because it shows that people who may be awkward and they may not have autism can change, and they can learn, and they can become active and wonderful members of society. And up until that moment, I thought I was just different, and I thought that I was never going to be able to change. And that show and that episode that I watched that very first time changed me and changed my life. That being said, when I saw stuff like Message in a Bottle with the doctor, I laughed beyond belief, and I really didn't think I would have a sense of humor. I really didn't. But go see Message in a Bottle. It is an amazing episode where the doctor goes to the Alpha Quadrant because he gets transferred on an alien message array, and he comes into contact with the new EMH, the EMH that replaced him, because they didn't think that he could do it. They didn't think that the doctor would be a good EMH, and they struggled with the doctor being an EMH, which is an emergency medical hologram. And so they changed it. The doctor's been in the Delta Quadrant for so long that he didn't know that things had changed. And he kind of teaches this new doctor how to be more than he was, and let him know that he's more than a sum of his programming, just like we as people with autism are more than just the sum of our genetic traits. Just because you have autism, it doesn't mean that it has to be the end-all be-all of your entire life. And that's why I love Voyager. But join me next week. On Sunday, I will be discussing another part of Voyager or another Star Trek show and how it can be helpful to people with autism. So join me next Sunday, and you will see another episode.